Welcome to today's practice. We are working on our flexibility, mobility. Let's get to it. We don't need any props today. We're going to start in our toe tuck pose. So knees together, tuck the toes back behind you. Scoot the knees back so you get a nice stretch to the arches. So we're spending about a minute and a half in each stretch. Find a place in your spine where you're not sticking the ribs out, but you're not slouching down. Right in the middle is what we're going for. Looking straight ahead, head is on straight. Close your eyes. We want to find our ocean breath. Slow inhales and exhales in and out through the nose. With that whispering sound of the breath against the back of the throat. Staying connected with the breath. Trying to pull the inhales and exhales out a little bit longer. Let's lower down onto our fingertips, start to lift up into a forward fold. We're gonna step our feet about as wide as the hips, resetting our timer. So we wanna get our hands flat to the ground. This kind of looks like what might be called a shortened downward facing dog. We really wanna focus on having the heels fully to the mat, so adjusting the hands wherever you need to. We'll push the chest back. And down dog has a focus on the calves. Especially if the knees are bent, then it's almost strictly calves. But if you straighten out your legs as much as you can, that should work its way into the hamstrings as well. And we are trying to get the knees rather straight. So again, whatever you need to do with the distance from your hands to your feet to try to get both flat to the ground, and then arms and legs as straight as possible. We're working the heart towards our kneecaps. And whenever you're listening to me, just start coming back into that ocean breath. I'll do a few rounds with you. And then notice if you've slacked up on any of the joints, if you can. Just get them as long as possible. We're not pushing into the stretch, but we are trying to optimize the stretch to its fullest. So if your knees are bent and that's where you're at today, that's totally fine. Just taking one more breath here. Let's walk our hands back to our feet, a similar stretch. Again, we want our full palms to the ground, full feet flat to the mat. Be aware of any collapse in the ankles. So you want the inner and outer heels equally rooted to the floor. Let the head drop completely. And on this forward fold, we're focusing mostly on rib cage to thighs. So if that means you're bending your knees, totally fine. If that allows you to feel your belly and ribs on your thighs, make that happen. And then just gradually root down into the feet, especially through the heels. You want to make sure that your toes are relaxed. If they're not, it usually just means you're shifted too far forward. But we also don't want to go too far back, because then we tend to not feel any stretch. Okay, let's find our ocean breath. And because we are so squishy into our belly, you've got to breathe above the stomach. You got to breathe into the upper back and the chest. Make sure your exhales are complete. Feel that upper body getting heavier and heavier. Make sure your head is completely relaxed off the spine. Let's take one more breath. Okay, now we'll take it into a downward facing dog. You might still get your heels on the floor, but not as important. If you're not sure how to measure this out, usually plank pose and then push back. That's about the proper distance of the hands from the feet. But if you feel you need to adjust, make it work for you. Now, even though we're trying to be passive in these poses, obviously we have to activate a little bit, or else you'll just melt to the floor. So working your heart towards your feet and your heels at the mat, but don't be super aggressive about any of that. Just let enough that you feel the stretch, and we'll call it a day there. Keep breathing. Just let the heart hang as if it was in a hammock, tied between hands and tailbone. Slowly come forward, and we're going to step the right foot outside of your right hand. Toes line up with fingers. Drop the back knee down. Untuck the trailing toes. And then maybe lower onto elbows, although you could stay up on your palms. Let's reach your right hand back, and we're going to bend the back knee and grab that foot. So the front foot is dialed out a little bit. Let the toes dial out a little bit. I can always turn around so that you can see what I'm talking about. So our tail grab lizard, just let that hand press the heel towards your seat. And again, the front leg is just doing whatever it wants to do. This is more about the back leg than the front leg, although you're probably getting a little bit of both. And then turn your heart to the side wall. Look up to the ceiling, maybe from there close your eyes. Nice blissful expression on your face. Make sure you feel stabilized through the bottom arm, not collapsing into that shoulder joint. Release that back foot down, come onto your palms. Bring the right foot in between the hands, and then straighten your right leg. Turn the toes out to the side wall. Don't let your back leg windshield wiper to the side. I'll set our timer, and then we're gonna walk our hands over to the right edge of the mat, trying to find this relationship where your upper body is turning to the side wall while the legs are still focused, or the hips are focused forward. Find that ocean breath ASAP. So this is really intense stretch for some people on the IT band, which is on the outside of your leg between the knee and the hip. So if you find that your body is fighting you, rather than trying to force it into a deeper stretch, can you relax into that deeper stretch? See if you can squeeze your front foot into the floor. Even trying to lengthen through that front knee, although that is going to intensify the stretch. And then once again, using your breath, and I would argue particularly the exhale side of the breath. That breath out is where we start to feel the surrender and release. Start to crawl your hands forward. Have that front foot out to the side a little bit. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee. We're going to step forward to a squat. Toes are out to about 10 and 2. I can show you that from the front. And then we're letting the upper body drop down in between the legs. So we're not going to sit up tall like you might do in a regular squat pose. We're trying to get extra flexion in the hips. That means the upper body is dropping towards the thighs. And because the legs are out wide, maybe even down lower. See what you can do. Palms work. Maybe elbows to the ground. I find it helpful to maybe lace up the hands and bring your elbows to the earth. Let your head drop. Find that ocean breath. And with your breath, you're not trying to breathe aggressively. Just enough of a quiet whisper on the back of the throat to hear your breath. And this is helping us to stay out of our fight or flight nervous system and hang in our rest and digest branch of the nervous system. The more your breath can communicate with your nerves, the more the muscles are going to stop gripping, resisting, fighting. Almost feel yourself getting sleepy in the pose. Bring your hands back underneath your shoulders. We'll step the right foot back towards that lizard pose. And again, all about face, just so you can see the front leg. And then you could stay on palms or drop down on elbows. Reach back with your left hand when you're ready. Scoop up that foot and then squeeze it in. So again, if grabbing the foot is a challenge, you can be up on your palms, but I'm imagining whatever you did on your first side will repeat on the second side. Now we are passive here, front toes are dialed out. You don't want to collapse towards the floor. Gentle rooting down, stacks the shoulders, heart is shining to the left side wall. We look up, but then the eyes can close. Keep your face blissful. They say that your trigeminal nerve, which is the nerves on your face, communicate with your vagus nerve. That's your biggest nerve in regards to the parasympathetic nervous system, the rest and digest. So if you have a blissful expression on your face, your body thinks you are blissful. If you've got stank face, RBF, if you're scrunching up your face in pain, your body will react to that. So we use the tools of the expression on your face to just relax into the stretch. Okay, coming out slowly. Bring that left foot back in between your hands. Once again, we'll straighten out the left leg. And without wagging your tail, without wagging that back foot behind you, try to get your toes to point off to that side wall. Bring your shoulders over to the left edge of your mat, and then try to keep your shoulders over your hands. Bow the head. Try to squeeze a little length in that front leg, just to the point that you feel some stretch. Generally speaking, you want to feel about a 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. So if 1 is I don't feel anything and 10 is my leg just fell off, hang out at about a 6. Just past the halfway point. Feel that calm sweeping over your body with each exhale. Turn to face forward, move that left foot out to the left, tuck your back toes, step your right foot out to the right. I'm going to double tap this passive squat. So just allow your toes and knees to point outward somewhere around 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Try to let your upper body bow as low as you can. And let your head hang. Focus on that breath. So if you count your inhale, it's 1, 2, 3, and then the turnaround exhale, 3, 2, 1. Then the pause before the inhale, 1, 2, 3, and then the pause before the exhale, 3, 2, 1. So in full, it's about a 4 count. Let's back out and come to kneeling again. Knees together, big toe mounds together back behind you. We're gonna walk the hands back. This is intending to stretch out the tops of your feet. Now, maybe your feet are already flat to the mat. You may not feel much on this stretch. It just depends on, all these poses do. It just depends on how flexible you are in any particular joint. See if we can gently tug the belly in, and then imagine you have a shovel between your butt cheeks and you're trying to stab that shovel towards your knees. So not down at the ground where you might be hyperextending through the spine, but finding more of a neutral spine so that we can focus the stretch in the ankles and in the, probably feeling this above the knees too in your quadriceps. But whatever you're feeling, just be in your body. Hands can go wherever you want. I'm going to turn mine out to the side a little bit. And with each exhale, just feel that gentle manipulation of the pelvis. That's that shovel tugging towards your kneecaps. Come on up, Hands out in front so you can cross your ankles and have a seat. Feet together, knees wide. Don't pull your heels in. What we're aiming to do is have your forehead bow towards the arches of your feet. So even if you're sitting up tall, leave those feet further away. See if you can lean forward, maybe elbows to calves, or maybe you're just going to hold on to your feet. Don't be shy. See how low you go without forcing anything. So if your head makes it all the way to the floor, towards the feet, so be it. But try not to pull. I'm not using my hands to pull me down. I'm just letting gravity take over the pose. And just remember that it's okay if the pose is intense. It's okay if there's a little bit of a struggle in the pose. One important thing to realize is that the person who is in the pose is also the person who is trying to stay out of the pose. So sometimes we're resisting ourselves. And it's important to realize that, because you're not going to push past the first person that's resisting. You're going to try to stop resisting. Come up, cross your shins again, shift over, bring your knees back together. This time we're going to open up the feet a little wider so that our butt can drop down between the ankles. This pose is a big deal for me. I only say that because maybe for you too. Pull the calves out from outside of your hamstrings, so out from underneath your hamstrings. That might allow you to go a little further back. Now let's start leaning back. Go easy. See if you can get both elbows to tap around the same time. Now if your knees start lifting up a lot, you're probably far enough. If your knees are able to stay down and not go way wide out to the sides, you could widen out your elbows, maybe even bring the back of your skull to the floor. Perhaps you're going to tuck your chin towards your throat. Shovel between the butt cheeks once again is poking towards the knees. Calm breath. Slow inhale. Long exhale. Just see those places. Visualize where are you feeling any tightness. And then picture those muscles, the tendons, the connective tissue getting longer. All right, bring your hands to your heels. Get up on the elbows, keep breathing. Palms down, keep breathing. Let's come to tabletop. Cross your shins again. Sit back, feet together. This time we are gonna pull our heels in close to the groin as you can. Now, in reality, maybe they're as close as they were the last time. Just be in your body wherever you're at today. Okay, we're leaning forward. See if you can take your hands as far forward as you can. And then crawl the hands a few inchworms forward and just let your head drop wherever it does. So one day your heart is lining up with your feet instead of the head that we did on the first time. As you continue to breathe, if you discover any more space that you can embody, don't force it, but allow it to happen. So occasionally you might even crawl the hands further out, avoid grabbing onto anything, but a little bit of the tractions to the floor, the hands to the floor, can perhaps let you go a bit deeper. Walk your hands back. We're going to come into a cross-legged seat, right shin in front, or fire log pose, right shin on top. So we got ankle to knee, knee to ankle. If your leg is hanging wide, if you're not getting the knee to ankle to touch, totally fine. Just see where you lie. And again, you can stay in that cross-legged seat. All right, let me reset the timer for us here. Now, the arms. Let's cactus your arms out to the side. Try to bring the right arm underneath the left arm. You can either crawl the hands on the deltoids and maybe bow down, although you could sit up tall, or try to take a second wrap of that top wrist with the bottom hand, eagle wrap, and then either leaning forward to bring the elbow onto your calf or karate chop the floor. Now explore with flexing your toenails towards each other. So you're kicking through the heels on both of those feet. That's going to greatly intensify the stretch. And this is not about aesthetics. You're not trying to force yourself way down to the floor. Just see what's available to you, lean into it. Find that slight undulation of the breath through the body. So you're feeling a pulse ripple up and down the spine, and that might be just the recipe to go ever so slightly deeper. In all of these poses, we're just looking for a little more today. And the more you repeat, the more you will start to unravel the stuck stuff. Ocean breath. Undo your arms, come on up. Let's bring that right shin in front of you. Bring the left shin off to the side so you're in a box seat here. And then we're gonna lean over this front leg, super simple, like a Sphinx pose. Now there's a modification that I like to do. You can try it. If you lift up that front leg and thread your left elbow, you gotta have the foot set in such a way that it doesn't hurt your arm, but you got your foot on top of that arm. That's gonna get you a little more rotation in the hip. Otherwise, just bring your elbows out in front. And then I find that you gotta kind of widen this elbow outside of the knee. So your arms are a little wider than your shoulders so that you can have that foot on top. Otherwise, if you've got both elbows in front of the shin, then perhaps they're about shoulder width apart. All right, I just doubled up on my timer. Bow your head down. Let's find ocean breath together and allow for the calming of your nervous system, relaxing the expression on your face. Let's back out. Get that foot off your arm if it's there. Come into a cross-legged seat, left shin in front. We can wrap the arms, or before you go, if you did your fire log, ankle to knee, knee to ankle, set it up again. This is left leg on top, which would mean, let me set the timer, left arm underneath, shoulder grab, sit up tall or forward fold, or try to clamp onto that top wrist with the bottom hand, and then elbows to calf or karate chop the floor. Kick through the heels. Let the head bow. Relax any tension from your jaw. Feel the peace sweep over your body. Come up. Left leg is gonna stay in front like the front of our box. Right leg goes off to the side, kicking through the heels still, and either drop down onto elbows or tuck your right arm underneath that ankle. The foot is basically parallel to the arm, so your ankle doesn't impale your forearm. There's our timer. And then maybe that left elbow is wider than the knee. You basically want your arms to look like a box from elbows to wrists, and the fingers are fanned out. Let's bow our head towards the earth. Come out slowly, unhook that arm. Let's come back to our cross-legged seat. All right, take both legs out in front of you, please. We've been in a few forward folds standing. Now we'll be passive in our forward fold sitting. All right, timer set. Let's point through our feet. Yeah, change it up a little bit. Point through the arches of your feet as much as you can. Legs are in one long tail. Just bring your palms to the mat. Let's avoid grabbing anything. Now bow your head and then just start to push your elbows at the floor. On your inhale, you can slack up on that. Maybe the hands crawl a little further forward and you try to chop those elbows down like the old school paper cutters. Every inhale creates a little space. Every exhale allows you to embody that space. We want to focus a lot on this exhale. Try to breathe into the upper back and collarbones. Rise up nice and slowly. Bend your right knee, take the foot out to the side. So from this side view, you're bringing that leg in as close to foot as close as you can to the hip, and the knees are pretty close together too. Front toes are dialing up towards the ceiling. Now you can forward fold with your hands framing that front foot. My hips don't internally rotate very well. Something I'm working on. So what I do is I take my right hand to the little toe side of that front foot and then drop down on my left elbow. This is helping me stabilize towards the middle because we don't want to dump off to the side. If you can take both hands forward, by all means do so. Now we're trying to forward fold over that front leg. Just focusing on bringing your forehead towards the kneecap. Or maybe it's the nose, the chin, or the throat. Now avoid pulling too aggressively with the front hand, just a little bit. Notice if your shoulders are shrugging up to the ears, and if they are, cut it out. See if you can find any space in that left hip, that's your front leg. Even breathing more out to hollow out the belly. Let the long arm or arms relax. Come up, take your time. Undo your right leg. Then do your left leg out to the side. Heel is by your seat. Knees are kind of close. And then we're going to reach forward, maybe both hands. Or if you want to prop up onto your right elbow, reach your left hand across that foot. And then let's find our easy breath. Remember not to breathe too much into the belly, especially when you're forward folding or twisting. We are forward folding here. Don't let the supporting arm hold you out of the forward fold. Sometimes we're conveniently pressing down into the ground and we couldn't possibly go any lower. Use your exhales to just surrender your forehead, nose, chin, or throat to that knee. Relax that left shoulder. Take your time coming up. Bring both legs out in front of you to reset. Let's turn to face the side of your mat, straddling your legs out wide. Give the hamstrings a couple tugs to pull the heels a little further back. Take the hands back behind you to scoot your hips a little further forward. And make sure your heels are on your mat if you're using a mat, because the butt's got more squish than the heels do, and you don't want your heels digging into anything that will cause you pain. Kick through the heels. Start to crawl your hands forward. This is similar to our butterfly stretch in the effect that I find it helpful to straighten your arms and almost push away from the hands. And then you breathe in, give the hands a little crawl. You exhale, you bow down, chopping your elbows to the mat. Maybe the forehead touches. You inhale, you get a little longer, crawling the hands perhaps. And then exhale to bow down a little further. At some point you will know when you are at your edge, so don't force it. But once your forehead touches the ground, then you go for the chin, the chest, the belly. And at some point, but you don't have to, you could even tuck your chin forward on the floor. Slide back. Okay, I'm not mirroring you here. We're gonna lean towards our right leg. So take your right hand first over to the left. Bring that elbow to the mat as close as you can go. Setting our timer. Reach your left arm up and over your head for the side body stretch. Now don't force it, but you could try to grab your foot. More importantly, your shoulders are stacked so that you're turning your body to the side wall. You might want to swim the bottom hand towards your front right foot, and then maybe even look towards the foot so that you're not hunching your spine, but also not just getting that left side body stretch, hamstring stretch, but also finding that axial extension, a fancy word meaning a long spine, not hunching. Calm expression on the face. On your inhale, just feel the spine lengthening out. You might want to squeeze your right leg to the floor, or I guess both legs for that matter. Walk your hands through center, stay low. Walk your hands back towards you, sit up. Second side, left arm is gonna thread towards the right. See if that elbow touches. Try to reach through the side body, stretching out that right side. Don't have to grab the foot if it's available, see what happens. Once you catch the foot, don't twist towards the floor. Keep working your chest to the side of the room. And then if you want to swim that bottom arm towards the heel, you really want to try to get inside of the leg. And then long through the front of your spine too. Allow the breath to lengthen the side of your body. Belly pulls in. The more that the spine feels the support of the core, the longer you'll feel, the better you'll feel in the stretch. Release, stay low, find center, and then let's walk the hands back, come up to sit, close out your legs. We're going to come to lying on our back, so take your time. Once you're down, lengthen the left leg, draw the right knee in, give it a squeeze. And then we're going to come into a twist. So grab the pinky edge of your right foot with your left hand. Start to kick that leg directly to the side wall as you can. See if you can get the big toe and the heel to touch. Then scoot your shoulders towards the foot a little bit. That should help your right shoulder to get closer to the mat. Kick through both heels. And then this right arm is reaching out to the side, and we're going to look over to the right side. Long exhales because we're twisting. Put a long breath either way. Try not to let your inhales push you out of the twist. Breathe above the belly so that each exhale you're wringing yourself out a little bit more. Keep the legs long as you can through the knee joint. Draw back through center, bending both knees so that you can hug in. Then kick your right leg through the heel, long on your mat. Grab hold of the little toe side of that left foot. Kick it directly out to the side. It may or may not happen that the big toe and the heel touch. Then that left shoulder probably popped up. So scoot towards the left foot to the right side of your mat. Look over to the left. And let's breathe. Have a gentle wrestling match to pin both shoulders towards the ground. Bliss on the face. Breathe above the belly. Feel that fullness in your heart. Take your time to unwind. Draw both knees into the belly, give them a squeeze. And then grab the backs of your knees. Just give a rock up to sit. Simple cross-legged seat. Let's stack our hands to our hearts, bow the head to the heart, gratitude for this beautiful day. What a God-given gift to enjoy. for this practice and for taking the time to take care of ourselves. Gratitude across the board. Let me know if you have any questions. I look forward to seeing you in our next session together.